Pues, así es, chavos, estoy de regreso con un nuevo super video. Ufas, trufas. No lo sé, güey, este juego tiene algo muy especial, no lo sé, güey, no sé qué carajo sea, no sé qué. No, no, güey, no. Es, no sé, güey, es... Uf. No lo he visto, nada, solo he escuchado la música y el principio nada más dice lo que queda de Edith Finch, eso es todo, es todo. Y, y tengo miedo, güey, porque no se escucha como que un juego de la clásica aventura, de diversión, amor y todo el pedo. No, no se escucha bonito. Y tengo miedo porque creo que voy a chillar, güey. O sea, yo soy muy chillón. Um, Tengo miedo, güey, porque ya saben, no estoy esperando un poco, al menos a alguien, para que entienda qué pedo. No había visto ese pedo, dice los Finches. Finch, sí, es el apellido de la familia. Edith nació en 1999. Milton 1992. 2003, en todo Dios, 1988, 2010. Ok, o sea, es un árbol genealógico, ¿no? Pues saben qué, o sea, dale, ¿no, chavos? 3, 2, 1. What remains of Edith Finch? Wow. Awesome. Ok. What? ¿Qué hay aquí,
A
güey?
lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
What? Wow, qué...
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Okay.
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Eso no está chido. 2003, ya, sí, es él. Bueno, creo. Digo, es hermano, ¿no? ¿Qué es eso que se veía un faro, no?
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Desde los 11. Ya saben, hagan de saber qué pedo con el sonido. Se escucha bien, si le subo, le bajo. ¿Qué es esto? Oh, qué bonito buzón, güey. Ya nadie tiene buzón.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Ok.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Luis, funeral de mi hermano Luis. Oh, wow, qué loco. ¿Vieron cómo salieron volando? ¿Qué es eso? Ok, está vigilado. Se supone está más muerto que
In her will,
su
my mother left
familia.
me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Una llave.
Maybe she thought I
Miren,
know.
los empujo, güey. Qué bonito.
She thought the
Primer
mystery
comentario.
didn't have to bring me
Yes. Los Finches. Los pinches, güey. Han pasado 84 años. Así es, pero estoy de regreso. Siento que este juego va a ser muy especial. ¿Güeyes de qué, güey? No vi. De zombies, monstruos, perros. Oh. Me agacho, le hago zoom. No. Coño, güey, creí que le iba a agarrar y le iba a decir What's good, ñaca. Y le iba a dar un beso en la frente.
The truth is,
olía a todos. Lo cierto es que incluso después de heredar la casa jamás pensé que volvería. Wow. ¿Qué casa, güey? ¿Era el faro ese?
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Pero ahora tengo preguntas sobre mi familia cuya respuesta solo puedo encontrar. Wow. No he visto nada, güey. O sea, no sé qué pedo.
Exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
O sea, nada, güey. Le puedo subir el brillo. Aguante. Se ve igual, pero bueno. Wow. ¿Qué es eso, güey? No mames, carnal. El monstruo del lago Ness. ¿Qué pido, carnal? ¿Me puedo meter a nadar? Missing. Tiene una mala vida.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Soundtrack del juego me da a entender que seremos... Sí, lo mismo digo yo. Este va a ser un pedo astral, cabrón.
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
What? Que el dragón... Ese dragón del tobogán había matado a su esposa. Güey, esto se está poniendo oscuro.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Tiene 17, güey. Yo también tengo 17. No mames, carnal. Qué coincidencia. ¿Quieres andar conmigo? ¿Será una broma? No lo sé, güey. No suena como que sea una broma.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Ok. No mames, carnal. Debe estar Annabelle.
I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Carnal, ¿qué pido, carnal? Esto... Ay, no, quito que nos sale la bruja de Blair, güey, ahí escondida. Pregunta por el títere. El títere, güey. Ay, qué bonito, güey. Qué bonito se escucha. Un hoyo, el hoyo del mal.
The house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
Los columpios. Se ve como un camino o vaya a ser una estatua. Wow. quién le gustaría vivir en una casa así, güey? Creo que sería muy chingón, pero daría hueva porque no hay oxos. Entonces, y probablemente no llegue el internet, pero pues... Oh, 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 oh.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left.
O sea, esa es la casa de su familia. Su mamá murió, su hermano también se perdió y murió. A ver si no lo encontramos aquí, lo quitó y se vuelve un juego de terror, espero. Y no pase eso. Si me voy a hacer pipí. Habla en tercera persona. Ajá. La puerta, güey, a la casa. Por primera vez en años.
I felt like I was home.
Wow, tengo...
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Creo que aquí es donde se va a poner feo, chavos. Louis Finch. Edith. Oh, no, güey. Mierda de perro bien hecha.
Like how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Molly. Qué fuerte canal. Yes. ¿Qué es esto, güey?
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
Yo queriendo me suicidar porque me ponen a trapear. Sí, ya sé. Me pasa. What? What? No, güey, chinguen a su madre, ya empezamos con terror.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
¿Por qué? Oh, esta es la foto, güey. Bueno, aquí se sentaban. Eddie, ¿quién era Eddie? No me chingues, güey.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Oh, la bisabuela. Wow, bisabuela, güey. Yo queriendo suicidar porque no me... Chavo, no... Era todo terreno. No lo sé. No creo, con esas llantas no creo.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
Una sonrisa con demasiados dientes es muy raro. Whoa.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Se hundió. Eddie, a ver, Eddie es la bisabuela. Wow, está muy cabrón, está muy chido. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. No, güey, quiero seguir explorando. Bárbara. What? ¿Para dónde? Wow, güey.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara.
Sven.
Along with the rest of the house.
Se tratará de una maldición. No creo. Barbara Finch. No creo que sea una maldición. Wow. Siento que es la llave, güey.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
What? No quiere ir arriba a una silla. quiero volverle a dar vuelta. Suena muy chistoso. Hoy. Okay.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
El fondo de la caja de música es pie grande. Eso parece. Pues sí, no es pie grande. Me voy a asegurar de que no me perdí nada. No, creo que no. No puedo correr, no. Voy a hacerle zoom, solo círculo de triángulo. Oh. Ok, cambió algo. No. No, si no es esto, es arriba. Güey, esta puerta se ve muy chida y yo quiero saber qué carajos hay aquí. Está sellada. Weird.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
Oh, ¿quién es Milton?
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Agujeros. Wow. Wow. No, esperen, todavía no quiero. Oh.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Ja. Milton será su hermano. No, a ver, esperen. Sí, Milton es el hermano. Oh, esperen, este es Molly. Quiero ir abajo. Quiero ir abajo. A ver, ese pedo, yo no sabía que era creí que era una llave. No un hoyito para mirar. A ver.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
What? Wow. Esto se ve muy extraño, pero me gusta. Me gusta. Si quisiera vivir en una casa así sería... Wow. Le da un aire, juego Hello Neighbor. Es vecino loco, sí, ya sé. Sven Eddie. Sven no quiero ver.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Ok. Eddie. Me recuerda más a la mansión Foster. Calvin Sam. Calvin. 1950 al 61. ¿Qué pedo? Viven muy poco, güey.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Oh my god. A ver, pero... Sam... No aguantan. ¿Qué aquí, güey? Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Pero este es el baño. No creo que vivía ahí. No creo.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Barbara. ¿Quién es Barbara? Esta es Bárbara, güey.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Wow.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years. Until America
Está poca
grew out
madre,
of it.
muchas... Ah, ya no leí, güey. Hay muchas preferencias de pie grande. Sí, ya sé. Pues probablemente hizo una película. Bueno, no alcancé a leer qué dijo. No quiero ir arriba, esperen. Es que siento que hay muchas cosas que ver. Vamos por
I
piso.
spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
¿Por qué? Wow, güey. O sea, imagínense una habitación así, güey. Sería la mera madre.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Pasajes secretos. No, güey, estamos buscando qué pedo con la llave. Que sea esta. Sí es, güey. Pasajes secretos. Oh my god,
Turns out,
lentamente no voy a
my mom was
explotar.
really good at keeping secrets.
Era muy buena para... What?
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Oh my god. No sé si subí o... Esperen, ahora quiero checar acá. Wow. Hay muchos libros, ¿no creen?
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Ok. Güey, no me voy a encontrar con Coraline. Si no me voy a caer en los calzones. Ya, bu. Ya, ve, bu. ¿A comer qué?
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Qué bonito lugar para estar un rato, ¿no creen?
But
Bueno,
I
me
had no
gustan los
idea
lugares
what was behind
chiquitos.
the door.
¡Wow, güey! Lentamente. Oh, es la casa, imbécil. Es el cuarto de...
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Es Molly, sí.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Wow. Estoy muy panzona, güey.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Huh. ¿Cómo? Wow. Molly. ¿Qué está pasando, güey? Esto está muy chido. Ahí hay algo. Edith Sven. Molly. Bárbara. Oh, son los cuartos. Ya entiendo.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here.
Edith.
Before my mom sealed the doors.
Molly Finch. Wow, vamos a saber qué pedo.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Wow, ahora estamos contando la historia de Molly.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Ay, no me chingues, güey. No está nada chido, güey.
about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Por eso viven poco, probablemente.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Muy mal pedo, señores. Muy, muy mal pedo. Pero esta está abierta, entonces... Vamos al baño. Güey, qué asco que te encierren así.
I kept eating and eating.
Uf. No está nada cool, bro.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Y están buenas.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a
Trinos.
barn swallow going back to her nest.
Oh.
I reached out for her.
Oh my god.
And suddenly,
What?
I was a cat.
What? Whoa.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Para allá. Para allá. Allá vi. Güey, esto es... Wow.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Ay, güey.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Siento que me voy a caer. ¿Por qué me voy a caer, güey? Se siente muy raro esto. Ay, sí, tiene una campanita.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I
Oh,
heard
qué
little
pedo,
feet
güey.
nibbling in the grass.
No entiendo, o sea, tengo que apretar.
Rabbits.
Dude.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Buscar algo mejor. Wow, la música, güey. Tengo que buscar a un...
A mama rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
was almost too
Fuerza,
good to
firmo,
hear.
mole.
I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
¿Qué está pasando?
Suddenly, I was a shark.
¿Qué? What? Wow, tengo que... Güey, está muy chido esto.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean.
¿Quieres
Now,
ser la única
I was
serio?
hungrier than ever.
Creo que sí. Ay, güey.
I wanted fat, juicy seeds. I tore off her flipper and it tasted really good.
Creo que sí está hablando de su imaginación. Oh yeah. Come here, bitch.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What? Wow, qué pido, güey. Wow. Así me muevo, qué pido, güey.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Oh, sí. Ven, pajarín. Soy un pulpo, qué pedo. Soy un pulpo. Quítate. What?
I
Wow.
was big, but I moved real quiet.
Controlar monstruos no. Era grande, pero voy silenciosamente. Este güey ya valió madres. Ya empezó a dar miedo, güey. Es un poco... El soundtrack sí está muy chido. Soy una serpiente. Oye, si no soy una serpiente, pues un pinche pulpo.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Esto se juega muy chido, güey. Me gusta cómo se juega esto. Hola. What? Comper. Ay, no veo. Este güey ya valió madres. Hola,
I was the
perrito.
last passenger. I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Oh.
I slithered onto
La
the surface,
serpiente.
and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Ok. La vieja tubería. Solo me puedo mover hacia adelante, güey. Wow, esto es otra cosa. For loop. Ay, qué pedo. ¿Qué está haciendo, güey? No, para atrás. Sí, para adelante. Es un baño, güey. No me chingues que esto se puede. O se podía, no sé. ¡Ah! Oh, no mames. Es la
I got
habitación de un
closer
mole.
and closer.
No me chingues, güey.
all my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
No manches, qué pedo, güey.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Eddie. Wait. Me quedé pendejo, güey. Pendejísimo. O sea, todas esas historias son reales.
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
No, no es eso, ¿sí? Está cerrado. No, no está cerrado. Oh.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
What? Creo que tienes razón, Diego. Tienes mucha razón. No sé qué está pasando, bueno.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Oh, fuck me. Ah, esto no está chido, güey.
Her room was like a museum.
Quizás solo le dijo que estaba pasando. Lo que estaba pasando de...
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh, una ranita, güey.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Ok, esto es de... Sí. Me escribió como ella tenía hambre de más.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh, ok, ahora entiendo. Dragon kills Finch. Ok, entonces se cayó Sven. Built.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
No era broma lo que... No, más bien es como una manera de decirlo.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Whoa.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
El güey topo, no manches. A ver, ahora creo que vamos a ver su historia. Odín.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune.
Oh my
Odin
god.
Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse. His wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
No manches, qué pedo.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
La casa de Odín. Wow. En el mar.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Molly, oh.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Okay.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Esta fue corta.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Ok, entonces Odín fue el que construyó la casita. Am I right? Está abierto esto. Güey, estaría muy chido una aventura así. Bosques del lago. What? Luis. Estoy confundido. Oh, yeah.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
What?
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Huh. Ey, esa casa. Ah, está, ¿no? ¡Ah! El ático, güey. La llave. La llave. El pasaje. Otro pasaje. There's a secret in this bathroom. By Sven and Edith Finch. Sería genial quedarnos a dormir en una casa antigua solo. Sí, estaría genial.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh my god. Güey, qué chingón. Es el mejor libro que alguien. No. No. Qué chingón este es el libro, güey. Wow. Wow. Calvin Finch.
Ben gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Está muy chiquito este lugar, chavos. Milton está en el columpio. Mierda, güey. Fort Calvin. Wow, güey, su cuarto, cabrón. To Command Center. Wow.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Okay.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Wow. Güey, está con madres. ¿Listos para otra historia?
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch.
Oh,
The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
se fue. Oh, me tengo que columpiar con los dos pies, güey. Qué cagado. O sea, tengo que hacer. Por ejemplo, este es el joystick izquierdo. El pie izquierdo. Y este es el derecho. Entonces tengo que hacerle hacia adelante, hacia atrás, hacia
My brother
adelante.
said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Otro cham.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
Whoa.
I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh my god.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Oh my.
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
What?
Alice, I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
No se hubiera levantado.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
No me
I
chingues,
think he'd
güey.
already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh, no. O sea, se fue. Oh my god.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Oh my god. Oof.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Calvin, la cagaste. Esto me motiva a ser el niño, era un pendejo. Güey, cuando eres niño no sabes qué pedo, qué pedo con tu
After
vida.
the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
¿Por qué? Se sintió mal.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Ya sé, Asael, ya sé, yo también. Wow. Un secreto más. ¿Qué pedo? Espera, ¿qué tengo que hacer? ¿Empujarlo? Oh. Uy. Eso no fue un pedo, fue mi pie. Oh my god. What? Whoa. Whoa.
The passages were a pretty tight fit.
Sí,
They'd
eso.
obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Ok, regresamos aquí. Ok. Wow. Estoy muy... Milton. Aquí está lo de pie grande. Me imagino que actuó... Sí.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Ok. O sea, sí actuaba, o sea. Qué bonita casa, güey. Es muy chiquita, pero me gustaría tener un cuarto así como este.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Es correcto. Happy birthday, Barbara. Porque tiene nada más dos. Barbara Street. Okay.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Huh.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara is famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend
Oops, es malo.
was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Oh my god.
I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned.
No, no quiere ir allá
Barbara went
abajo.
to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Yo lo tengo que hacer.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
No, yo lo estoy jugando, güey. Me encanta esa rola, güey, de Halloween.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
Oops.
Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Michael Jackson. Oh, perdón. Oh my god.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Y es como en Michael, como en Halloween cuando le disparan a Michael Loomis y no está watching. Güey, me lo estoy pasando muy chingón.
She heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
¿Qué pasó?
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen.
Oops.
She was going to be famous.
No manches, qué perro miedo.
When Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh my god.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Wow. No mames, carnal. Neta, eso le pasó a Bárbara, es neta.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Qué mamón juego, ya sé, güey, está muy chido. Muy bien, vamos al sótano, chavos, a que nos coman.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Sí. Ay, no manches, que se va a empezar a poner como un juego de terror, güey. ¿Está oscureciendo o se me figura? No, sí, está igual. Está cargando, güey.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Sí. Oh, es Ben. Es el que construyó. No ma. Sven. Okay.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Era cocaína.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Mucho más que eso.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Wow.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Pues. Ahora viene Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Ah, cabrón.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
No manches, qué pedo, güey.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just
2005, no me
stopped.
chingue. Oh,
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
pero nadie se mudó. O a lo mejor
It's been a
sí.
week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. while I still can.
Tengo que irme mientras pueda hacerlo. What? Más libros del señor que construyó la casa noruega. La ley de las focas.
I know it's out there, somewhere.
¿De qué hablas, amigo?
Whatever killed Barbara
¿Por qué mató a Bárbara?
and Molly
Molly.
and Calvin.
Calvin.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
What? No ma, ¿qué pido, güey?
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
No ma, ¿qué pido?
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Sí. A ver, nos falta Don Luis Milton. Milton, güey, no mames, va a salir Milton y yo quiero ver qué pido con Milton. ¿Quién sigue conmigo, chavos?
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Aquí tiraba toda la basura.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Pues es de 3, no en 3, güey. Bueno, creo que ya está todo muerto ahí.
Now that there's only one of us left, or
Aquí,
maybe 2,
chido, chido.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself
Sí.
and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Wow. Que le hicimos real. No, man. O sea,
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
o sea que...
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
What? ¿Por qué? Güey. That's sad.
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Oh my god. What? No entiende. Esfera. Ah, no, yo creí que iba a nadar, güey. Me entiende.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as
Aunque
you
lo cierto es que
probably
ahora
do right
también me
now.
es tan confuso como probablemente. Sí, la verdad es que sí.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Por si sirve de algo. Una casa con muchos misterios misteriosos. Campamento de Laszlo. Probablemente, chavo. Laszlo Losla. ¿Qué está pasando, güey? Yo no entiendo qué está pasando.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness.
Sí.
Any of it seems possible.
En eso, sí. Mi columpio, güey, no me chingues. Probablemente para acá. Para allá. Qué tonto, güey. Estoy muy
I think
metido en la
we've been
historia.
surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Todos hemos estado rodeados de la muerte alguna vez.
What kind of family
Siempre.
finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Es cierto, güey, ¿qué pido? Los raros. Aquí
It's
están
embarrassing
todos.
for me to admit this, but the
Oh.
pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Daisy, Lucy, Charlie, Tucker, Coco, güey. Soy 101. Lurpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Dopey, Lurpy Junior. Esperen, a ver. Surpy, Lurpy, Furpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Durpy, Durpy Junior. Mamá Coco, güey. Oh. Ah, esto es de mascotas, güey. Shadow, Christopher, Oliver, Bob, Chatsy, Bailey. Bailey, güey, no es el del perro ese de... Otra razón de estar contigo, algo así.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Eddie. Molly Finch. Oh. Calvin Finch. Sven. Eddie. ¿Quién era Eddie, güey? A ver, dejen recordar. Eddie. Todavía no lo hemos visto. Walter Finch. Barbara, la escritora. ¿Cuál escritora, güey? No me acuerdo. Creo que ni le
I'm
estoy
sure
poniendo
Odin's
atención.
monument had been Edie's
Seguro
idea.
que
My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Ah, cierto, güey, sí, sí, sí.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Hay algo. Es Odín, ¿no? Se supone.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Ah, sí, es Odín. Buena esa, Diego. Odín, fue Odín el que se la llevó.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
¿Por qué?
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Sam Finch. Gus Finch. Sam es el que se enlistó. Creo yo. Milton. ¿Quién era Milton? Pintor. Sanjay Kumar, ¿qué
She
pedo?
lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Este es Luis. Luis es el que se perdió, ¿no? Creo.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for
Sí, no las
myself.
hemos visto. Pero... aparece al principio.
But looking
¿no?
back
Que
on it now,
se había perdido.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
No. Oh. O sea, sí está embarazada, güey. What?
I never met Grandpa
¿Tiene
Sam, but
17?
I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
¿O cuántos años se supone que tiene? Creo que sí.
They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Y yo diciendo que gorda. Sam. Uf, se vienen fotos, güey.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Yes, sir. What?
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Wow, qué chido.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
Don, ¿dónde carajo va?
What?
Perfect.
Wow.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? We'll never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Hey!
That's a keeper.
Yes.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Whoa.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
¿A dónde? Oh.
Dad, I...
Just... Let me get behind you.
No.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down.
Oh.
Great shot, Don!
Oh.
I'm proud of you, Don.
No.
Always remember that, okay?
Buena
Sorry,
esa.
Don, just gotta reset the timer.
Oh, tengo que hacerlo a tiempo, güey. Corre, corre, corre.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh my god.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
GG. GG. Güey. Le salió el tiro por la culata.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Sí, creo. Karma, sí. Karma is a bitch. Mala puntería.
After Sam died,
Está embarazadiza por
my mom
volver
and Edie
así.
got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Mucho. Se la ticó. Gregory. What? Ah, no ma, qué pido, güey.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Espera, ¿qué?
Hold on, sweetie.
Quiero seguir como la rana.
Hello?
Yes.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Oh.
I wonder what he saw.
Quiero los patos.
What his world was like.
Uy. Güey, esto es lo mejor. Harup.
I know you did everything you could.
¿Qué?
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
¿Se ve aquí?
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us.
No.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Dude. ¿Qué pido, carnal? Eso no estuvo chido, o sea, sí estuvo cagado, muy chido, me gustó mucho. Pero las historias no están chidas, güey, porque las hacen ver como si fuera algo
I can't
bonito.
imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet
Gus. Pero no está chido, güey, no está chido.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
Entonces podemos hacer...
Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard. Before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
What?
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife.
Con una historia personalizada.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh no. Tótem que se cayó. Algo se viene. No mames, sí es cierto, güey. Uy.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
No mames, sí es cierto, güey. Se supone que yo la haga de mierda. La tengo que recoger este, güey.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Make the music louder. Pero nadie hizo caso porque todo.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Pues prácticamente no fue el tótem.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Gus, no, qué asco, güey. Vamos para arriba. Oh, yes.
My mom moved up to the loft after
güey.
her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Wow. Wow. Qué buena casa. Holy Bible,
Religion was
holy
another
shit.
thing my mom never talked
Será
about,
la muerte
but
de
I
la
think it
familia
helped her a lot
escrito por
after
el
her
único
dad
niño
died.
que se perdió y por eso toque fantástico. No lo sé. Probablemente.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Calcuta. Sanjay. No mames, carnal.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Clases de inglés. Ok.
Louis was born a year later.
Luis es el que... Se perdió.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
Don't.
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Oh.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Luis, Chris, Malcolm.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Hasta que...
But it didn't last.
Uf. Conclusion. Método científico. Okay.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
castillo, güey. Milton, ¿qué es esto, güey? No mames. 1900. ¿Quién es Milton? 2003.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Okay, Milton. Qué gran casa, güey.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
La música, güey. No mames, su elevador. Su castillo.
Milton Finch in The
El
Magic
pincel
Paintbrush.
mágico. Wow. Oh my god. Miren, a ver. Tengo que apretar R2 y luego tengo que soltar hacia la derecha, así. Con el joystick derecho, güey. Eso es. Oh my god. Una puerta pintada, ok. What?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
O sea, ¿vieron eso, güey? Dibujó una puerta y se largó. O sea que debe de haber un...
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
¡Wow! ¡Qué mágico! ¡Wow! Vamos más para arriba, güey. Qué chingona casa,
Mom
pero a la
definitely
vez que
blamed
mira.
Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself.
Luis. Juguetes de mi alegría.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Ah, ok, lo de los, las latas, sí, sí, de atún. Luis.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis.
Wow. Wow, wow. Ay, hay otra cosa. Viví en un pinche bote, güey. Eso está más perrón que nada, güey. Es un avión, güey. No me importa lo que sea, güey. Imagínense tener una casa así, güey. Sería... Wow. Sería una aventura súper chingona, ¿no?
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
La mota. El toque. El gallo. What?
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
What? Okay.
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Empezó a...
wander.
What? Tengo que jugar y... Sí puedo.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
Un laberinto.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names.
Cosas que no tienen ningún nombre. Sí. Güey, está haciendo los dos,
He
no me
knew it was
chingues.
all in his head. He took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Güey, está haciendo las dos cosas a la vez.
I worried about him.
Ay.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis.
Okay.
So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Es un nuevo amigo. ¿De qué habla, güey?
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Louis Topia. What?
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
¿De qué está hablando, güey? Un RPG.
And songs for them to play.
Y canciones.
He talked about starting a band.
Grupo, okay.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Pero...
He no longer spoke at the cannery.
No, en la fábrica de... Oh my.
But his chopping was as reliable as ever.
Okay, sí, o sea,
Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination.
Oh my God.
So he could do whatever he wished.
Se puede hacer lo que quisiera. Se
He
quedó en
held
el
an
viaje.
election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Se convirtió en el juego para... What? No quiero... Disculpen.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
St. Louis.
He started drifting away from our reality.
Este barquito se maneja muy cagado hoy. Me gusta cómo se maneja el barquito.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Se quedó en el viaje.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a...
Oh, una apuesta reina. No entiendo, güey. Me voy por la apuesta reina.
Handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for...
La reina arcoíris radiantes.
Radiant rainbows.
Wow. Yo me voy a quedar en el viaje.
He followed the sound of her...
Sí, es eso. Arpa de plata.
Silver harp.
Ay, qué pendejo.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Palacio dorado del sol, este de la luna. Okay.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Su lógica mantuvo sólida, ok.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Güey, se quedó en el viaje, ¿qué pasó?
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Wow. La mejor historia, güey.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Sí.
And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Wow.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. Began to forget the world we know.
Wow.
I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker.
Está pasando aquí, güey. What?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Luis.
I still thought I could save him.
Pero...
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
¿Qué pasó, Edson? What? ¿Qué está pasando, güey? O sea, se quedó en el viaje, no entiendo. O sea,
Including
creo
the wise Calico had insisted on advising me.
No entiendo qué está pasando. O sea, la historia está muy chida, pero...
His queen waited, holding his crown.
Oh, what?
There was only one thing left to do.
What?
Bend down his head.
Oh my god. What? No.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
O sea... A ver, explíquenme
My
qué fue
brother
lo
was
que
really
pasó.
cool. I wish you could have met him.
Tienen que explicarme, por favor. ¿Qué carajo pasó, güey? O sea, se suicidó. No
On the way
manches.
back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Edie?
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
El último.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Edith. Edith.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
No mames. No mames. Edith. Yo soy Edith.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Oh.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Oh, no way.
That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
La casa, güey.
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
Un terremoto.
The
No
lowest
mames.
tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
Cuando se va el mar regresa, güey.
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
No.
I got turned around. I started seeing things.
Oh my God.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
No.
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, and she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
Mira, güey, no quiero llorar.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
What?
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
No, fuck.
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
Oh my god.
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh, wow. Esto no está chido.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Fuck.
But I guess if you're reading this now...
Oh no.
Things didn't work out that way.
Oh no.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh, sí, ya sé, güey, justo el día de las madres, no me chinga. No mames. Me acabo de ganar un trofeo que dice el fin de todo. Sí, no mames. San Juan. Oh. Milton. Fuck. O sea que la maldición sí existe. Gracias, Johan. Me gané un trofeo. O sea... Ghost Down Gregory. Oh, los muñequitos. O sea que... Ay, qué pedo, güey. Que era una maldición, o sea... Dreadful Stories. F. Todos comenten F. si lo viste todo, osito. Edwin. Louis Finch, oh, the Edith Finch team. Oh. Lewis, Milton, Edith, Dawn, Gus. No puedo ni hablar, güey. Gregory, Sam, Calvin, Barbara, Molly, Eddie. Como que cuál es la verdadera historia. Hasta ahí acaba el sufrimiento. ¿Cómo desapareció el pintor? El pintor era Milton. No se sabe. Nunca se supo. El monstruo de la niña es real. No. Probablemente sí, pero creo que no sé, todos murieron de algo. Oh my god, no mames. No había chillado así desde Rhyme. Bueno, con Rhyme chillé más. De hecho, esa madre literal. Normalmente si investigamos bien se revela todo el final. Sí, yo voy a investigar ahorita, terminando esto. Pero nunca había llorado así con el Rhyme. El Rhyme me hizo llorar más que este juego. O sea, no saben. No creo que tenga más finales porque todo lleva una secuencia. Todo lleva una secuencia y pues no. Ya, o sea, ya lo terminó, no. Yo voy a mi la neta. Qué bello juego. Sí. Buenas noches, chao. Fuck. Qué bueno que no tengo cámara, güey, si no me hubieran visto chillar. No, o sea, de una muy buena historia, güey, es wow. O sea, empezó con Odin y Eddie, creo yo, ¿no? Sí. Odin, luego Eddie. Luego le sigue Sam y Walter. Sam tuvo a Calvin, Barbara y Molly. Y a Dawn, Gus y Gregory. Dawn, la mamá. Gus y Gregory son los hermanos de la mamá. Y Dawn, más bien, sí, Dawn dio luz a Louis, Milton y Edith. Güey, o sea, Milton nunca se ve, güey. Y lo peor de todo es que fue como algo mágico. Ojalá algún día juegues con cámara. Lo voy a hacer más adelante. Cuando llegue a los 100. O sea, Milton nunca se ve. Era un niño, güey, o sea. Y solo se desapareció como por magia. Creo que Luis fue lo... No sé, güey, es que... Para mí que las más tristes fue Eddie, Calvin, Don, Luis y pues Eddie. Espero que les haya gustado, tanto como a mí. Una de las joyitas ocultas. Espero. Ahorita la que se fue la niebla. Sí, se fue la niebla. Perdón por no subir, pero estaba un poco ocupado. Ya saben, ¿no? La escuela ahora sí pienso darle duro. Gracias a todos los que van a ver y los que vieron, los que comentaron, los que se dieron una vuelta, los que lloraron conmigo. Mira, güey, todavía tengo el sentimiento así, cabrón, Lloré. Neta, sí, o sea, ¿de verdad lloraste? La música es increíble, güey. Uno de los buenos juegos con música mamalona. Gracias a todos por ver. Los amo a todos. A mis Dios fieles suscriptores. 3. Feliz Día de las Madres. Oh, fuck. Feliz Día de las Madres, güey. O sea, que es lo peor de todo. Espero que lo hayan disfrutado como yo lo disfruté. Se hayan divertido, llorado, reído. Muerto como yo me morí ahorita. No literal, o sea, literal, mis sentimientos se fueron. Y solo llegó la tristeza, güey. Gracias a todos por ver, los amo. Ya sé que es muy repetitivo, pero los amo. Neta, que esto no sería lo mismo sin 3 personas, sin una, o sea. Gracias por todo ese pequeño gran apoyo. Estoy muy sentimental. Los amo. Nos vemos. No lo sé. ya les avisaré cuándo. Gracias por ver. Los amo.